Good afternoon, we're Peaches International Inc. The company's mission statement includes that of producing and selling the most innovative consumable good at a competitive price. Next, I'll be presenting the team members of this company. Osvaldo Hernandez, he is our Chief Financial Officer. Veronica Calderon, she's the Chief Operations Officer. Lily is our Vice President of Finance. Sean is Vice President of Production. And last but not least, Brian Linga is our Vice President of Marketing. This presentation will consist of a company comparison with the industry average, and we're going to complete this with a SWOT analysis. Next, I'm going to leave you off with Lily and Sean, who will provide us with a company comparison with the industry average.
Okay, I'm going to do the industry overview. I'm going to talk about the ROA, ROE, and market share. Okay, start off with the ROA. Even though return on assets of our company in year 6 is slightly increased compared to year 5, but comparing to the industry average, our company ROA is still far below the industry, which is 4.15% compared to 9.35%. The main factor that gives us this relatively low ROA was because of our lower earning and the high interest cost that we have to pay. By the end of year 6, we see a positive trend in our 1 million and 4,500 bonds outstanding with the high amount of debt. Our company could not pay back the debt at the end of year 6 with the low earning. The main factor that gives us this that result only 7.23%, ROE below the 13.65% industry average. We expect this trend to go in the positive direction as our net income begin its climb. The next one is market share. Even though our company market share is above the industry average, but it has fallen compared to year 5 from the first rank across the industry. In year 5, our company is now ranked 4th to the last. The reason that our company has fallen so bad was because our company could not keep up with the industry price. Seeing our company always has a model ahead, we could not do anything but to increase the price relevant to the production cost. Stock out at the end of year 5 also has a major impact on our total sales. Consumer look negatively on our product during the first 3 quarters of year 6. Despite our continued commitment to remain ahead of our competitors and having the latest model available for sale, we are slowly regaining our consumer confidence and expect that our sales will rebound in the coming year as we continue to offer the latest technology and have our price competitive. Next song we talk about top the next 3 ranking system.
As we can see on the PowerPoint, at the end of year 6, Peaches International total net income was $757,000. In comparison to the industry average was $1.4 million. Although there was an increase from year 5, the company did fail to achieve higher than the industry average. We do plan on decreasing some of our expenses. For example, paying off long-term debts will potentially decrease the interest expense and therefore increase our net income. We're also working on ways to reduce our operating expenses, which would also increase our net income. Second, the stock price in comparison to the industry average was way below. At the end of year 6, our stock price was $1.29 and the industry average was $1.89. One of the major factors in regards to the lower amount of our stock price was because of the net income. We need to work on ways to improve our net income to increase our stock price and also issue dividends. Lastly, the unit production cost was significantly high in comparison to the industry average. Peaches International Inc. unit production cost was $6.15. in comparison to the industry average of $5.79. We do plan on doing a lot more investing in training, which will reduce our unit production costs by providing more efficiency in production. Also, by investing in livestock, we can decrease our production costs with cheaper labor as well as reduce other operating expenses. Now I'm going to talk to Brian. Now we're going to have Brian talk to you guys regarding the SWOT analysis strengths.
I'm Brian. I'll be talking about the strengths of our SWOT analysis. One of our biggest strengths is by producing the newest model. We've done this by continuing aggressively investing in R&D. Sometimes we've stayed a model ahead for the past, or a model or 2 models ahead for the past 4 years. This is a good thing. Our second biggest strength is our newest plant that we just produced in year 6 is our plant in Nystock, and this will increase capacity, reduce transportation expense, and lower our unit production costs. For year 7, we expect this plant to be beneficial to us and maybe into year 8 also. Our third strength is brand name. Like I said earlier, we continue to invest in our newest products. So by producing heavily in R&D, we created a brand name for our customers because they want to see the newest technology out on the market. Our fourth strength is market share. And for the past 3 years, except for our 6th year, our market share has been strong. We expect our market share to grow up in year 7 because of our new plant, and now that we want to increase sales aggressively. Thank you. Next I'll pass it on to Veronica.
I will be talking about the weaknesses for peaches. One of our weaknesses is production management. This has led to stockouts, which caused the company a decrease in sales for the following quarters, which means we lost market share. We are fixing this problem by incorporating a 30,000 safety stock in each area. This will ensure we don't stock out in the future and will help us avoid a loss of sales. Another weakness is our high production cost. Our plant is located in the Americas, which requires higher cost to produce. We have opening plant in Nystock since it is cheaper to produce in that area. This will allow us to lower our production costs. We will be shifting most of our production to Nystock in the following quarters to lower the cost and generate more revenues. Price is a weakness for us as well. Our prices vary too much from quarter to quarter, which consumers did not like. We kept changing our prices to increase our revenues and to compete with other companies. We had a sale decrease because of price changes, so we have decided to keep variations at a minimum to ensure that we keep our current consumers happy. And next, I will be introducing Osvaldo to talk about opportunities.
Okay, next I'm going to talk about the opportunities Peaches is facing. We are in a period of growth. And as we see from the trend, in the next 2 years we see a positive increase in overall consumer demand. By the end of year 7, we see total industry sales reaching 11,500, with the end of year 8 reaching 12,500. That gives us an opportunity to go after some of that market share, and by offering the innovative products that we have been in the past, will ensure that we get a bigger part of the market share there. Our customers are a priority, and we take into consideration their preferences. Before we initiate a new model into production, we do a research study to see what our customers want, what qualities and features are most beneficial to them, and we make our products tailoring to their wants so that we're able to fulfill their needs. We also aim to regain our customer loyalty by offering the latest models and by continuing to offer competitive prices. Another opportunity is our competitors. Over year 6, we lost some ground to some of the companies in our industry, and it is our main point is to gain back some of that loss of market share. By being able to maintain competitive prices due to our plant in Nystock, which reduces our production cost, we see our trend moving upward as far as market share. And now Edward will talk about some of the threats facing peaches.
Now I'll be completing the SWOT analysis with threats. I'll be going over 4 factors that play a threat to the company. I'm going to start off with rivalry. Rivalry is high, so with this I mean that there is intense competition from other companies within the industry, and this is due to low switching costs, and we can look at it from 2 different points of views, from a consumer and a company point of view. The second threat that the company faces is the entry level of new entrants into the industry, and this is relatively low. However, although new companies it isn't very easy for new companies to enter the industry, it is very easy for existing companies to switch markets, and that's where the threat comes in for the company. The third threat that the company faces is the high buyer power, and this is impacted by 2 different factors, and we can look at it from how consumers are very price sensitive, and another factor would be that impacts buyer power would be the price stickiness of our competitors in the industry. The final threat that the company faces would be the threat of substitution, and although there aren't no direct substitutes in the industry for a product, there are alternatives, and these alternatives are impacted by the price differences. So these vary by quality and features. Now in conclusion, we've went over the industry comparison and a SWOT analysis. Now what the company plans on doing, well, the company will continue on focusing on domestic and international growth, and we plan on doing this by striving for that product innovation, and this will be completing by significantly focusing on that research and development. We will be targeting that technology forward consumer, which is always focused on what is the newest thing out there. Now, although we will be continuing with our company strategy, after reviewing our company comparison with the industry average, and after reviewing our SWOT analysis, there are a couple of changes that the company will be implementing. First, we'll be starting with every year we will be doing an analysis with respect to the market appropriateness. So we will be focusing on what are the results for those consumer preference studies are telling us. What is it that the consumer is expecting for the company? Now, a second change that the company will be doing would be we will be very conservative with respect to price changes. So we won't be getting too excited with new models or features and qualities and just increasing price very significantly. We'll be very conservative with that. And the last change that the company will be looking at would be increasing our safety stock. With this, we will be increasing it from maybe 10,000 that we had, it will be increasing it to 30,000. And this will impact sales and ultimately our net income, which the company has seen up and down throughout these years. And that wraps up our presentation. Thank you.